Welcome to the Awesome Pod Mix. You are listening to Abby. The idea behind this podcast was to talk about how certain movies and TV shows made me feel when I watched them for the very first time. This reputed filmmaker once said, when a piece of art invokes a similar feeling amidst a large audience, it's the triumph of the filmmaker. That's the magic of cinema. I love the magic of cinema. Today I'll be talking about Rabne Banadi Jodi. There's an extraordinary love story in every ordinary Jodi. It's extraordinarily romantic. The story, screenplay, dialogue, and direction are by Aditya Chopra. The film begins with the establishing shots of Amritsar city. At Amritsar Junction railway station, a train comes to a halt and passengers begin to get down. We see a pair of feet in sport shoes getting down from the train and carrying a yellow trolley bag. As the camera moves up from the feet, we see a sling messenger bag with a logo and text that reads, PP, I work for Punjab Power. Even though I know the character's name from the trailer, I would refer to him as Shah Rukh. That is because his character name has not been spoken out in the film yet. Shah Rukh is sporting spectacles, a mustache, and very ordinary clothing. He extends his hand to offer support to the bride so she can get off the train. She ignores his helping hand and gets off the train by herself. Shah Rukh picks up the trolley bag and other luggage items and leads the way. A three-wheeler drops Shah Rukh and the bride outside a red stone brick house with a green ornate door. Shah Rukh unlocks the door and asks the bride to wait at the door for a minute. He performs a ritual pouring some mustard oil onto the sides of the door to welcome the new bride. The tune of Tujh mein rab dikhta hai plays on the sitar. The new bride enters and looks around. Shah Rukh looks at her wondering what she's thinking. As Shah Rukh collects the luggage, we see a blue mailbox next to the door that reads Surinder Sahni. Shah Rukh Khan plays Surinder Sahni and this is the character's house. While watching the Romantics documentary, I noticed a little detail that the Chopra house in Punjab is called Raj Villa. The text below Raj Villa reads Surinder Chopra, so my guess is that's where the character name is from. As Surinder aka Suri shuts the door, we hear his voiceover. He describes how he saw her for the first time and instantly fell in love with her. I am not the kind to believe in love at first sight. I also believe it takes more than just a pretty face to fall in love with. Like, what are the qualities of a person that make you fall in love with them? The flashback begins. It's Tani's wedding day. Tani is Suri's favorite teacher's daughter. And Suri, of course, is his favorite student. That's the reason Suri is a guest at this wedding. Tani meets Suri, but she has a list of complaints against him. Because all her life she was compared with Surinder. Her father wanted her to be more like Surinder. She even mentions that her father wanted her to get married to Surinder. Suri feels shy upon hearing this. In this shot, Tani's palms are adorned with mehndi, but there's no design at the back of her hand. Suri feels he fell in love with Tani's beautiful face, the way she dances with abandon and laughs wholeheartedly. Tani receives the news of her fiance's death. This devastates her and causes her father a heart attack. I never noticed Shah Rukh sporting a wig for Suri's character until recently. I guess I didn't look over and above his eyes. At the hospital, the production designer on the film Munish Suppal plays the doctor. Tani's father, Professor Gupta, calls Surinder and suggests that he marry Tani as his life hangs in the balance. Tani is grieving the loss of the love of her life. Her father acknowledges that now is not the time to bring up the subject of marriage. He feels he'll be able to die peacefully if he knows that Tani is taken care of. He wants Tani's consent so he can get her married to Surinder. Tani is fine with her father's decision. As she cups her father's face, we can see the mehndi design at the back of her hand. Continuity is tricky, especially with things involving mehndi. Suri extends his right hand. The moment Professor Gupta brings Suri and Tani's hand together in a union, the background score kicks in with Rabne Banadi Jodi. I feel this is where the title of the film should have appeared. Professor Gupta's funeral pyre burns. The shot of the fire in the funeral pyre transitions to the fire in the Havan Kund for the wedding. Fade to black. The flashback ends. The cupboard door opens and Suri empties it for Tani. It's such a smooth cut from the flashback to the present. We went into the flashback with the door closing and returned to the present with the cupboard opening. Tani looks at the two pillows on the bed and wonders what's gonna happen next. Would she have to share the bed with her new husband? Suri puts one of the pillows into his carton along with his other belongings. He informs her that the bed and the cupboard are all hers and he'll be sleeping upstairs. Just in case she needs anything, she can always call out to him. Shah Rukh is such a great actor that despite being out of focus in the shot, he knows he won't be able to see the steps with the carton in his hand. So he carefully steps out of the room and takes the stairs to go to the first floor. He opens the door to the upstairs bedroom with his back, almost stepping into a big pot lying in the way and knocking some things off as he moves in. He picks up the broom and jumps to clean the cobwebs above. He's so darn cute. Tani grieves and cries on her bed all night. I can't believe they made Shah Rukh take a shower outside like that. Even though it's a silhouette shot, I know it's Shah Rukh. It's also an authentic representation of the people who live in homes like this. Suri gets ready in the morning and checks in on Tani. Tani doesn't respond. Suri goes and prepares breakfast for the both of them. I like that Suri didn't expect Tani to take care of the kitchen work just because she's his wife. After preparing breakfast, he goes back to knock at Tani's door to inform her about the hot breakfast. Since she doesn't respond again, he doesn't bother her. Inside Tani's bedroom, there's a photograph on the dresser drawer of a young Shah Rukh with mustache. It's such a cool prop to put in there. Suri finishes his breakfast, cleans the dishes and leaves a note with his phone number under the ketchup bottle. He pulls out a rose stem from the vase and the riff from Holly Holly plays in the background. He places the rose stem next to the note but changes his mind and puts it back in the vase. The music stops abruptly. Man, he's so cute and he's such a sweetheart. At the Punjab Power office, a plaque on Suri's table reads, "All my life I wanted to be someone. I see now I should have been more specific." It tells you so much about Suri as a character. Back in the day, I had an advanced model of the same compact laptop as Suri's before I transitioned to MacBook Pro. I had a slimmer model. I'm not body shaming or anything, I just prefer things that are lighter. Not that I would go for MacBook Air. Suri's colleagues get to know of Suri's wedding and invite themselves to his house for dinner. Tani's in the house lost in her thoughts when she hears a bang on the door and reacts scared. Bobby Khosla, Suri's childhood friend, is upset with Suri for not being invited to his best friend's wedding. Suri arrives outside the house and pacifies Bobby. He invites him inside the house and reveals everything that transpired over the weekend. Bobby is overwhelmed with emotion. He hugs Suri before he leaves to attend Suri's office colleagues. This hug reminds me of the hug between Chandler and Joey. Suri knocks at Tani's bedroom door, requesting her to meet his office colleagues for a minute or two if possible. If not, that's okay too. He'll take care of the situation. He doesn't want to force her. The guests wonder why the new bride is not there to welcome or greet them. Suri cooks up some excuse saying she's tired after a long journey. Tani steps out with drinks and snacks. Suri can't believe she showed up. As Suri looks on toward Tani, the riff from Holly Holly plays in the background. Post the party, Tani requests Suri to step out of his room so she can have a word with him. She apologizes for her behavior earlier. She promises to be a better wife. She just needs him to be patient with her. She also reveals she needs to start afresh, but she'll never be able to love him. If living a life devoid of love is not an option for Suri, she doesn't want to be a burden on him. I totally get that she's grieving the loss of her fiancé and her father. That's the reason she feels she's being a burden on Suri. But boy, do I feel bad for Shah Rukh. Maybe I love him way too much and that's the reason I feel this way. Suri lies through his teeth when he says he doesn't know what love is. He feels Tani showing up to meet his office colleagues was a gesture of love. Tani tells Suri that it's a good thing he's never been in love because there's nothing more painful than love. Amen, sister, amen. The next morning, Suri enters the dining room reading a newspaper with the headline, "Living in Fear." Suri is living in fear. He cannot express his love for Tani. Suri is surprised to see that Tani has already prepared breakfast for him. In this shot, Shah Rukh's wig placement is just perfect. As Suri leaves for the office, he's ecstatic holding the yellow casserole lunchbox. I was told that yellow is the director's favorite color. The song Holly Holly begins. Suri dances in the streets and on the newly made bed with yellow sheets. He takes Tani out for a movie. The movie has a funny action sequence that makes Tani laugh. Suri purchases a yellow Hyundai i10. The camera focuses and follows Shah Rukh as he sits inside the car. If you notice, you can see the passenger seat going a little back because Tani is now seated there. It's done very smoothly. Suri dances atop the car and then at the crossroads. It's very cute. After that, there's a montage where Shah Rukh tries various things heroes do in films. The funniest is his reaction after hitting the cigarette butt onto his spectacles. The following morning, Suri tries to walk like a bodybuilder with a puffed chest, but Tani doesn't even look at him. He drops onto his chair disappointed. On the day of Holi, he's waiting to put some color on Tani. My most favorite line from this song comes here. क्या कह के गया था शायर वो सियारा आग का दरिया डूब के जाना. Tani is not interested in playing Holi. Suri just applies dry red color on the hair parting instead of vermilion. Tani takes the same dry red color from the plate and applies it on Suri's face. Toward the end of the song, Tani notices the Dancing Jodi poster in the market. The poster has Shamak Dawar's Dance Institute's tagline, "Have feet will dance." Tani seeks Suri's permission at the dinner table to join the Dancing Jodi competition. She gets the impression that Suri disapproves, but he goes upstairs to get her the fee money. We see Bobby's hairstyling salon named Head Turner. Bobby and Suri are having a drink together. Suri expresses that he's in love with his wife Tani. Oh Mubaraka, badhaiyan, patake. The twist in the tale is that she doesn't love him. Bobby suggests if she would get a beating or two, she would start to fall in love with Suri. That's a terrible suggestion, Bobby. Suri is mighty offended. He can never raise his hand on Tani. Bobby realizes how much Suri loves his wife Tani. Suri reveals Tani has expressed that she would never be able to love him. She wants to change herself and start afresh. But Suri wants her to be the same old Tani who danced with abandon and laughed wholeheartedly. That's the Tani he fell in love with. Baby, I understand your plight and that you want her to reciprocate your feelings, but why don't you get that she's grieving at the moment? Suri requests Bobby to give him a makeover and turn him into Tani's hero. He's under the impression that probably that will make Tani fall in love with him. Bobby begins to give Suri a makeover. Suri inquires if Tani won't be able to recognize him. That's what I call grave foreshadowing. The entire plot of the film hinges on this. Suri just wants to watch his wife dance and then surprise her with his new look back at home. When Bobby brings out the trimmer, Suri warns him that he can't shave off his mustache. Bobby assures him that he's just trimming it. It's lights out at the salon. Even in the silhouette shot, you can see that the right side of the mustache is intact. As Bobby describes what will transpire when Tani would meet this new Suri, the lights come back. At first, Bobby looks at Suri and screams. Then Suri sees his reflection in the mirror and screams. Then Bobby and Suri look at each other and scream in unison. The left side of the mustache has been shaved off. At the dance class, the participants are gathered together and dancing. The exterior and the interior shots of the dance classes are shot at Khalsa College, Amritsar. Shah Rukh enters the dance class with his new look, sporting a red t-shirt that reads "Bad Boy." The phrase "Yahoo" from the song "Chahe Koi Mujhe Jangli Kahe" plays in the background along with the tune of "Phir Milenge Chalte Chalte." Suri searches for Tani at the dance class. One of the dance instructors nudges Suri to join the dance. Shah Rukh looks damn cute trying to learn the steps. The dance company makes two groups of colors red and green with numbers and makes people find their matching numbers. Shah Rukh gets a green 21. 21 is also the director's birth date. Tani has a red 21. She's supposed to be Suri's dancing partner. Suri reacts scared and wants to run away. The same dancing instructor nudges him and calls out for number 21. Suri wants to run away, but his inner voice tells him that he needs to be Tani's hero and that this is the time to shine. Tani introduces herself. I am Tani and you are? Suri replies, और मैं हूँ आपका hero. Honey, sweetie baby, you're my hero for sure and I love you so damn much. Tani repeats herself and says, I'm Tani and you are? Suri replies, Raj. Oh जी नाम तो सुना ही होगा. Of course it's a reference to Dil To Pagal Hai wherein he says, Rahul, नाम तो सुना होगा. Following the pattern of Madhuri Dixit from Dil To Pagal Hai, Tani says no. Raj's response is that's okay, from this point forward you'll keep hearing it. Tani says fine, so we'll meet tomorrow, goodbye. Raj, thinking on his feet, says never say goodbye, kabhi alvida na kehna. That's a Shah Rukh Khan film. Then he goes on to say, always say hum hai rahi pyar ke, phir milenge chalte chalte. Hum Hai Rahi Pyar Ke is a film starring Amir Khan. Phir Milenge is a film starring Salman Khan. And Chalte Chalte is a film starring Shah Rukh Khan. Back at the salon, Suri asks Bobby to make him a fake mustache. Bobby doesn't understand why Suri changed his mind. Suri's original plan was to surprise his wife Tani with his new look back at home. Suri explains he's getting a chance to dance with his wife. Suri feels that he reminds Tani of her helplessness and sadness. I feel so terrible for Suri for thinking this way. Buddy, give her some time. As Raj, he'll get to spend some time with Tani every day and he doesn't want to let go of that chance. Suri feels it was Rabji's will, that's why Tani became his dancing partner. What I'm about to say next is very important. Suri firmly believes if Rabji wanted, Tani would have recognized him instantly. Instead, they ensured that didn't happen. I don't believe in Rabji, but I refer to Rabji as they them because I believe it should be gender neutral. I really like that Aditya Chopra has addressed the not recognizing of the spouse thing in his screenplay. It's the same Superman Clark Kent debate. For the longest time, Lois Lane doesn't recognize that Clark Kent is Superman. If people can buy that, they can sure as hell buy this as well. It's all about the suspension of disbelief. There's a stark difference between Suri and Raj's look. They look like two different people and Shah Rukh has performed both the characters very differently. I understand that Shah Rukh is a super duper star. We always recognize him in his varied looks and roles. Like the movie Barbie, there should have been a voiceover stating, Note to filmmaker, Shah Rukh Khan is definitely the wrong person to cast if you want to make this point. The point being the wife Tani couldn't recognize Suri and Raj were the same guy. I feel no one could have pulled off the characters of Raj and Suri better than Shah Rukh Khan. Also, my argument here is Tani barely looks at Suri, let alone notice him. There have been times we don't recognize actors who undergo transformation for their roles. In this case, the filmmaker has clearly addressed it in the screenplay. Not just once, but thrice. You just gotta pay attention. The whole film hinges on the fact that Rab ne bana di jodi. There is and will be divine intervention in the story. The filmmaker hammers home this point at regular intervals in the film. Suri says, Rab ji keh rahe hain, Oye Suri pape, देख स्टार्ट कर दी तेरी लव स्टोरी. अब जी भर के डांस कर ले अपनी तानी जी के साथ. उसे अच्छी तरह से जान ले. जी भर के उसे हंसा. झोली भर के उसे खुशियां दे ताकि वो अपने सारे दुख दर्द भूल जाए और हमेशा के लिए तेरी नाचती फुदकती तानी जी बन जाए. राज बनकर अपने दिल की सारी बातें उसे बोल दे. वो सारी बातें जो सूर्य उसे कभी नहीं कह पाता. जा जी ले अपनी लव स्टोरी. It's ridiculous that he has to be someone else to get to know his own wife. Whenever Shah Rukh says, झोली भर के उसे खुशियां दे, or as he says in Veer Zara, उसका दामन अब खुशियों से भरने को जी करता है. Do that for me also, Shah Rukh, please. जाजीले अपनी लव स्टोरी is a spin on जाजीले अपनी जिंदगी from दिलवाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे. Bobby gets emotional. He puts on the fake mustache on Suri's face. At home, Tani is memorizing the steps when Suri walks in gingerly and apologizes for being late. Tani asks Suri to give her his lunchbox, but he doesn't even turn to look at her. His excuse is that he sprained his neck. Post dinner, Tani practices her dance steps in her room and Suri looks super cute dancing outside his room. Suri knocks off the overhead light and is as clumsy as I am. The following day at the dance class, Raj arrives in a yellow ensemble. Like I've mentioned before, it's the filmmaker's favorite color. Shah Rukh is so good when he tries to be this over-the-top guy and tries to flirt his way into Tani's heart. Tani shuts him down instantly and Raj even apologizes immediately. Instead of seriously following the dance steps of the dance instructors, Raj is singing Tu tak tutiya hai jamalo. It's an old Punjabi song. Tani stares daggers at Raj. Raj tries to behave but can't help being extra. Suri is ordinary, Raj is extra, together they are extraordinary. When the class gets over, it's raining outside. Raj arrives with his bike and offers Tani a lift home. Tani is reluctant but Raj insists and it's raining so Tani agrees. During the bike ride home, Raj says whatever wish you make during the first rains of the monsoon, it is definitely granted. Tani is not interested in making any wishes. Raj's wish has already been granted with Tani riding pillion on his bike. Tani is so irritated with Raj that she finally asks, "Tell me, what do I truly desire?" Raj reveals that her deepest desire is for her heartache to subside. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. Raj sings, "Main nikla, o gaddi leke," a song from the movie Gadar written by Anand Bakshi. Raj suggests that Tani should close her eyes and let the raindrops drench her heart. Saying this, Raj shuts his eyes while riding his bike. Tani reacts saying, "Raj, ye kya kar rahe ho? Road kaun dekhega?" Raj replies, "Aap dekh rahe ho na?" Raj also makes a reference to John Abraham and the movie Dhoom, produced by Yash Raj Films and directed by Sanjay Gadvi. May Rabji rest his soul. When Raj drops Tani near her home, she says bye. You know Raj never say goodbye. She needs to say Raj's catchphrase. She replies, "Phir milenge." Raj insists, "Full version please." Outside Bobby's salon before leaving for home in his car, Suri tells Bobby that the raindrops taste like heaven. Bobby is amused, so he tastes some raindrops, but he disagrees. Back at home, Tani opens the window and lets the raindrops drench her face and heart. I have also done the same. I've stepped on the window ledge hoping the rain would wash away all the pain of yesterday. Tani smiles. Suri enters the house and sneezes. Tani hears the sneeze and turns to look. So I've noticed a pattern in Adi Chopra's screenplays where he uses audio cues to direct the attention of the characters. Like in Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, it's the sound of the clock striking, sound of the train's whistle, Shah Rukh whistling, the mandolin playing, and the gunshot. He's used similar audio cues in Dil To Pagal Hai, Mohabbatein, and Veer Zara. I'll talk about those audio cues in detail when I cover those films. I've already covered Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge in excruciating detail on Awesome Pod Mix. You must check it out, it's a lot of fun. Back to Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi. When Suri takes off his spectacles to wipe off his face, Tani looks at Suri. Suri deflects her attention by saying, "Please close the window else the floor will be spoiled from the rainwater." Maybe Suri didn't want Tani to look at him without spectacles. I was so appalled at Suri's suggestion, my reaction was like, "Baby, tumhe farsh ki padi hai? What the damn hell?" Later, Tani brings turmeric milk for Suri in his room and leaves. Suri looks around to ensure if Tani has gone downstairs. He removes his fake mustache, drinks the milk and looks at his reflection in the small bowl saying, "Kidda, harippa, harippa." Shah Rukh is just too cute. On the following day's dance class, Raj is awfully funny and crude simultaneously. And I mean that literally. The main dance instructor informs that the competition will begin on Monday. Raj is overconfident that he and Tani would win. Tani's face falls because she's certain they're gonna lose. Raj's reaction listening to this is just so good. He switches from being funny to empathic in just seconds. Shah Rukh doesn't get enough credit for his acting in commercial films. He's an outstanding actor, and that's my unbiased opinion. Later, outside the dance class, Raj tells Tani to choose a different dancing partner because he not just talks ridiculous, but his dancing is even more ridiculous. Raj feels Tani is the best and she deserves the best. He doesn't want Tani to lose the competition because he is her partner. She should choose a different partner and win this competition. At Bobby's salon, Suri returns Raj's outfit. Suri realized he couldn't see Tani lose the competition. He's just content with whatever time he got to spend with her. Suri, I love you, man. It dawns upon Suri he's running late to take Tani out for a movie. Most of the theatre scenes in this film are shot in the Mumbai suburban theatre called Chandan. As of now, that theatre is shut down. At the movie theatre, Tani is bored. She imagines Raj appearing in the middle of the movie to show her how to romance and dance in Hindi film style. The song "हम है राही प्यार के फिर मिलेंगे चलते चलते" begins. I always had this feeling that this song should have been choreographed by Farah Khan. And I don't mean any disrespect to Shamak Dawar. I felt this way the first time I saw the song 16 years ago, and I still feel the same. My feelings haven't changed over the years, though I love Shamak's choreography in Chak Dhoom Dhoom from Dil To Pagal Hai. It's one of my favorites. Back to Hum Hai Rahi Pyar Ke Phir Milenge Chalte Chalte. I love these kind of songs that contain popular Hindi film titles or lines from popular Hindi film songs. I remember we were once working on a film and I had put together a bunch of Anand Bakshi's songs which were later used to make a song, and it was just so wonderful. Unfortunately, that song was never released, but I love it even today. It lives on in my brain and heart. Back to Hum Hai Rahi Pyar Ke Phir Milenge Chalte Chalte. The first romantic hero in this song is Raj Kapoor. Kajol makes a special appearance in this segment. The initial music piece is a rapid tempo version of the beginning music piece of the song Mera Joota Hai Japani from the film Shri 420. Avara Hoon is the title track of the movie Avara. Pyar Hua Iqrar Hua Hai is a song from the movie Shri 420. Jeena Yahan Marna Yahan is a song from the movie Mera Naam Joker. Chhaliya and Anari are films starring Raj Kapoor. The title song goes something like सब कुछ सीखा हमने ना सीखी होशियारी सच है दुनिया वालों के हम हैं अनाड़ी बोल राधा बोल संगम होगा कि नहीं नहीं कभी नहीं. This is a song from the movie Sangam. Toward the end of every Mukhra and Antara, Raj switches from being the actor of the yesteryear to Shah Rukh Khan. He's been the king of romance for over 30 years now. The next romantic hero in the song is Devanand. Bipasha Basu makes a special appearance in this segment. The initial music piece that plays in this portion of the song is from Jewel Thief's song Ye Dil Na Hota Bechara. You can hear it exactly at the 2-minute mark in the song. Fun fact, Yash Johar was the production controller on the film Jewel Thief. Dil Ka Bhavar Kare Pukar is a song from the film Tere Ghar Ke Samne. Jio, Jio, Jia Kuch Bol Do. This is a song from the movie Jab Pyar Kisi Se Hota Hai. Tere Ghar Ke Samne is a film starring Devanand. पल भर के लिए कोई हमें प्यार कर ले झूठा ही सही. This is a song from the movie Johnny Mera Naam. The next romantic hero in the song is Shammi Kapoor. Lara Datta makes a special appearance in this segment. Yahoo is a phrase from the title track of the film Jungli. The initial music piece is a rapid tempo version of the song Aja Aja from the movie Teesri Manzil. Oh Hasina Zulfa Wali Jane Jahan is also a song from the movie Teesri Manzil. A rapid tempo version of this song's music piece was also used in the background score when Raj Aryan requests Miss Monica to dance with him in the film Mohabbatein. It's very similar to the way Shah Rukh dances with the opera lady in the song Ruk Jao Dil Diwane from the movie Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. Farah Khan had choreographed both of those songs. Badan pe sitare lapete hue is a song from the movie Prince. The next romantic hero in the song is Rajesh Khanna. Preeti Zinta makes a special appearance in this segment. Babu Moshai is a phrase from the movie Anand. Preeti is seen reading a book titled Amar Prem. I wish they had made the title cover in Hindi font as well. Jai Jai Shiv Shankar is a song from the film Aapki Kasam. Mere Jeevan Sathi is a film starring Rajesh Khanna. Mere Sapno Ki Rani Kab Aayegi Tu is a song from the movie Aradhana. The makers of that film have an audio post-production studio of the same name. It's called Aradhana Sound Service. Zindagi Ek Safar Hai Suhana is a song from the film Andaz. Kuch to log kahenge is a song from the film Amar Prem. We saw the book of the same name that Preeti was holding in this sequence. Chain aaye mere dil ko dua kijiye is a song from the film Mere Jeevan Sathi. The next romantic hero in this song is Rishi Kapoor. Rani Mukherjee makes a special appearance in this segment. When she begins dancing, I know in the first instant that she's portraying Neetu Kapoor. The initial music piece is from the song Bachna E Hasino from the film Hum Kisi Se Kam Nahi. Darde Dil, Darde Jigar is a song from the film Qarz. Zamane ko dikhana hai, hum kisi se kam nahi, ye vaada raha are all films starring Rishi Kapoor. O Meri Chandni is a title track of the film Chandni directed by Yash Chopra. Toward the end of the song, Tani gets up and whistles. I am unable to stretch my breath so much, but I whistle every time I see Shah Rukh on the big screen. I know it's inappropriate and I apologize. I'll try not to do that and be more respectful. There's no respectful way to whistle other than saying the words whistle, whistle, but it insinuates objectification. With your permission, I'll only blow kisses at you, Shah Rukh. Suri very cutely tells Tani, Tani ji, बैठ जाइए, पानी पुनी पिएंगी जी. The following day at the dance class, Tani waits for Raj. She goes up to the admin and inquires about Raj's phone number and address. The admin searches the database and finds Raj Kapoor. I've heard from very reliable sources that the filmmaker is a huge fan of Raj Kapoor and this was his tribute to him. Raj has not left any phone number in the records for obvious reasons, but the address is of Raju Motors, which is in Gol Masjid. At Raju Motors, Bobby is getting his bike fixed. Raju is confused as to why Suri is riding Bobby's bike. He recently helped Suri purchase Hyundai i10. Bobby replies it's a long story. Tani arrives at Raju Motors searching for Raj. Raju's assistant informs Raju mechanic that a woman has come looking for Raj Kapoor. Bobby hears this and tells the assistant to get her seated and inform her Raj is on his way. Bobby requests Raju mechanic to do him a big favor. At Punjab Power Office, Suri receives a call from Bobby and learns that Tani is at Raju Motors looking for Raj. Suri reacts confused as he thought this whole gig was over. Bobby reminds Suri that Rubji is writing the story and only they'll decide when it'll get over. It's the filmmaker's very subtle way to reiterate the divine intervention in the story. Suri needs to know the whereabouts of Raj's outfit. Bobby reveals they are in his cupboard. Suri arrives at Raju Motors in Raj's attire but is still sporting Suri's spectacles. His demeanor and walk is like Suri until it dawns upon him that he needs to change his spectacles to shades. The moment he puts on the shades, his body language changes to that of Raj's. It's a mark of a great actor that Shah Rukh Khan is. He's even pitched Suri's voice a little softer while Raj's voice is high pitched and loud. Raj checks with Tani the reason of her visit. Shahrukh saying the silliest of things makes me laugh the loudest. Like when Raj says, "So Tani partner, up here, what, why, how come?" Tani wants to know why Raj didn't come to the dance class today. Girl, he told you his dancing is ridiculous and he doesn't want to see you lose the competition. Raj explains that dancing is not his cup of tea and it is very boring. Tani reveals she's aware Raj doesn't want her to lose the competition, that's why he left. Shahrukh's expression is so cute and very Suri-like when he reacts listening to this. Tani confesses that initially she felt Raj was very cheap. Raj responds, "Thank you very much." But now Tani understands that Raj is a good-hearted guy. She wants him to practice the dance steps and work hard a little more than usual. Raj says, "तानी पार्टनर, मैंने कहा था ना आपसे कि आप मुझे बहुत मिस करेंगी." When did you say that, darling? Is there a deleted scene that I'm not aware of? Raj continues, "लगता है राज का जादू चल गया आप पर." Tani doesn't want Raj to flirt with her. Raj feels flirting is his default setting. Tani reprimands Raj saying they are friends and that's how he needs to behave. Raj reacts scared but agrees. As Tani is about to leave, Raj makes her say his catchphrase. Tani smiles and says and Raj celebrates dancing and saying, "मैं मर जाऊँ बिस्कुट खा के." बर्थडे वास्ते शाहरुख, मैं भी मर जाऊँ बिस्कुट खा के. Raj snaps his fingers over his head and it match cuts to Raj turning and dancing with an alcohol bottle to the song "तेरी रब ने बना दी जोड़ी, तेरी रब ने." The song is from the film Suhag and it's written by Anand Bakshi. This song also has a line, "तू हाँ कर या ना कर यारा." The same line is also in a song in the movie Dar. जादू तेरी नजर. The song Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi also has a line Naino Ki Is Doli Mein. This line was also used in the song Le Gayi in the film Dil To Pagal Hai. I'm probably going to repeat this detail when I cover Dil To Pagal Hai. Back to Shahrukh dancing on the song Teri Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi. I absolutely love the way Shahrukh dances on this song. He's so uninhibited and carefree, and his expressions are just mwah. Bobby dances along with Suri and dozes off on his salon chair. Suri hands over the alcohol bottle to Bobby and exclaims he was having so much fun. He looks around the salon for Suri's outfit and realizes it's been hanging on a mannequin. Raj says, "Oye, ऐथे हो तुसी, देख लिया सूरी पापे, राज का स्टाइल." तानी पार्टनर से रहा नहीं गया. खिंची चली आई राज के पास. His gesture over the line, "खिंची चली आई," has all my heart. Raj puts his arm around the mannequin's shoulder. मुझसे भी रहा नहीं जाता. मैं भी खिंची चली आती हूँ. To the big screen to catch a glimpse of Shah Rukh Khan in all his glory. Raj continues. सुना क्या कह रही थी? आज से हम दोनों दोस्त हैं. Friends. Raj shakes Suri's sleeve as he says that. और आपने तो बड़ी हिंदी पिक्चरें देखी है. आपको तो मालूम है कि एक लड़का और लड़की कभी दोस्त नहीं रह सकते. दोस्ती के बाद होता है जी लव, प्यार, इश्क, मोहब्बत. तो जी अब मैं तानी पार्टनर का हाथ पकड़ के करूंगा डांस दे रोमांस 5, 6, 7, 8. I love the addition of 5, 6, 7, 8 and the dance step in the performance. It's genius. I just wish he had said romance they dance 5, 6, 7, 8. On second thoughts, it's just as perfect because of Shah Rukh's performance. और आप बस टिफिन पकड़े खुश रहना है जी. ओ यार आप क्यों विलन की तरह कबाब में हड्डी बने खड़े हो? ऐਵੇਂ ही शादी करके बर्बाद कर दी लाइफ उसकी. कहाँ वो मिस वर्ल्ड और कहाँ आप सूर्या वर्क फॉर पंजाब पावर. यार ओ यार मैं तो कहता हूँ इससे पहले कि वो मेरे साथ भाग जाए और आपकी इज्जत का बैंड बज जाए, आप खुद ही ना साइड में हो लो ताकि ये दिल वाला बड़े प्यार से अपनी दुल्हनिया ले जाए और धमाके से स्क्रीन पे दी एंड हो. और ऑडियंस बजाए तालियां। हैं? हैं? ओ जी क्या हुआ? बड़े चुप हो? हैं? Raj references Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, the directorial debut of Aditya Chopra. Raj rests his arm on the mannequin's shoulder and caresses its cheek. It's not as romantic as it sounds. Raj continues. चलो थोड़ा और सोच लो, कल बात करते हैं, है जी? Raj exits the frame, returns after a beat and puts his arm around the mannequin. Raj says, ओए सोच लिया? मैं बताऊं क्या सोच रहे हो? सोच रहे हो कि कहीं राज को प्यार करते करते तानीजी सूरी को ही न भूल जाए। Raj's eyes well up कि कहीं वो सूरी से प्यार ही न कर पाए, कहीं एंड में सूरी न कहता रह जाए और मेरा ही प्यार फिर मिले। Raj rests his head against the mannequin's head and a tear drops from his right eye. The sad violin music piece from Hole Hole plays. The way he talks to himself about himself and his alter ego in a taunting manner just kills me. It kills me how little Suri thinks of himself. That last teardrop toward the end of the monologue is masterful. This is the point of intermission. Post-intermission, Suri is seen praying at the Golden Temple. When he opens his eyes, he sees a smiling Tani walking in front of the golden structure. This is the filmmaker's way of showing that Suri sees Rabji in Tani. At Raju Motors, the song Chance Pe Dance begins as Raj and Tani practice their dance steps. I don't care if Shah Rukh's dance steps are perfect or not. I can't take my eyes off him. For me, he's perfect. Period. Suri is the cutest when he dances before his Sharan at the dinner table. I need to stop objectifying him. By the end of the song, Raj and Tani are selected in the top 10 of the dancing Jodi competition. Raj extends his arms and Tani hugs him. This is the first time she's hugged Raj. She's never even hugged Suri. Tani barely touched Suri's hand in the beginning of the film when her father put their hands together as a sign of their union. She has no idea what Suri's touch and embrace feels like. Raj and Tani withdraw from the hug after realizing it's awkward. They just jump with joy to celebrate their selection. After that, they go out to celebrate their win and say in unison that they want Golgappe. I now refer to it as Pani Puri. Like I've said before, Pani Puri is a way of life. When the little kid from the shop asks how many, Tani says no limit. She suggests to have a Golgappa eating competition with Raj. The winner can ask for anything as their winning prize from the loser and the loser has to comply. Raj announces he's gonna win because he'll finish all Golgappas of Amritsar but he won't lose. Tani responds, we'll see. Raj replies, oh silo ji. Mwah. Kake le golgappe le aur de. I love this silo ji line. It's lodged in my brain somewhere like a splinter. He just says it in a way that sounds pleasant and not awful. It wouldn't have sounded this good if it weren't for Shah Rukh. The Golgappas are served and I won't be counting the number of Golgappas Shah Rukh is shown eating. I could, but I won't. The bottom line is Raj wins. Damn, it makes me want to have Pani Puri. Ugh. Suri returns home and burps. Tani breaks the news that she's been selected in the top 10 of the dancing Jodi competition. Suri congratulates her. She barely shakes his hand, let alone hug him. Suri doesn't even extend his arms to initiate a hug. Tani informs Suri that she's made biryani for him. Suri is shocked beyond his wits. Tani wonders if Suri doesn't like eating biryani. Suri reveals he loves it. Tani serves biryani for Suri. Because Tani hasn't served herself a plate, Suri asks why she isn't eating. I mean, why should he have to suffer alone? Tani reveals she went to have chat with Raj to celebrate their win. Suri innocently inquires about Raj. Raj who? Tani discloses Raj is her dancing partner, the owner of Raju Motors and a very funny guy. Tani notices Suri is not eating. She checks with Suri if the biryani isn't well made. Suri responds, "It's A1." He begins to eat with his hand, one bite after the other. I was like, "Baby, take a breather before you choke." Now all of this is making me hungry for some biryani. The following day at the dance class, Tani and Dolly are practicing their steps in front of a mirror and Tani's foot accidentally hits Dolly's. Tani apologizes but Dolly calls her a bitch. Dolly doesn't accept Tani's apology and calls her a bitch again. Tani reacts saying, "ए मिस लाजपत नगर, एक बार फिर bitch बोला ना तो यहीं bitch जाएगी." Man, I love the wordplay on bitch and bitch. Raj intervenes and assures he'll speak on Tani's behalf. Even Dolly's partner Tiny intervenes on her behalf. Raj suggests each of the partners should apologize on their partner's behalf. Tiny doesn't budge. Raj is amused at Tiny's name and reveals his nickname is Little Chicken Little. Chicken Little is an animated film from 2005 voiced by Zach Braff. Raj apologizes on everyone's behalf because he doesn't want to pick a fight. Tani says bitch under her breath and leaves. Tiny inquires what she said and Raj deflects saying, "Teacher, teacher, sab teachang teacher hai, teacher." Outside the class, Tani is still not over her fight with Dolly. Raj doesn't like Tani using cuss words, of course. Tani asks, "मैंने कौन सी गाली दी?" Raj replies, "ओ जी आपने कहा ना जी वो B for bitch." Tani angrily reacts, "CDF भी आती है बताऊं?" Even I know CDF, but I'm not gonna say. Tiny and Dolly try to act smart and this triggers Tani. Tani makes Raj ride pillion and hold her bag. Tani takes control of the bike and follows Tiny and Dolly. The theme music of Dhoom kicks in the background. Dhoom's theme music is composed by Preetham. Raj screams, "Open the taco! Open the taco!" Raj still screams for Tiny and Dolly to cooperate. In an attempt to stop the bamboo trellis from falling, Raj grabs hold of it and gets pulled up. Raj is hanging for his life on the bamboo trellis. Tani wants Raj to get down, but Raj wants her to come up and hang together literally. Tani stops Tiny and Dolly in their tracks a little ahead. Raj waves a yellow fabric in circular motion. Raj says, "Tani partner, मैं ready हूँ. By the by, हम कर क्या रहे हैं?" Tani changes the gear and revs up the bike. The line from Dhoom 2's title track, "Once more, come all you people," plays in the background. Tani hits Dolly with her bag and Dolly and Tiny fly in the air and land into a big container where fabrics are dyed. Tani issues a warning for Tiny and Dolly. "ओ Tiny, अगली बार ना अपने साइज वालों से ही पंगे लेना." और Dolly, "कर डांस अब." Raj feels Tani is Dhoom 3. Dhoom 3 didn't release until the end of 2013. Tani reveals she had practiced riding bikes for 3 years because her best friend's brother had a bike. Raj wonders if Tani will fly away like Krish someday. Tani replies, "You never know." At Raju Motors, Bobby is getting his bike repaired as Suri narrates what transpired after the dance class. Bobby is upset with Suri because he was holding the bag riding pillion while his wife was riding the bike. According to Bobby, that's so not macho. Suri thinks macho is a part of the bike and wonders if it's expensive to replace. Okay, Suri needs to be protected at all cost. He's just too precious. Bobby usually talks sense and is the voice of reason in the film, but here he's not teaching Suri the right thing. Bobby references Dharampaji and Stallion Ramon. Both are macho action stars in their respective film industries. A woman will respect you if you give her respect. You don't have to walk with your chest puffed out and act all macho. This reminds me of an anecdote from the film Happy New Year. Shah Sir was helping their co-actors come up with their respective characters' body language. His reference to Jack's character was to walk exactly how Bobby described Suri should walk. But Shah Sir didn't use his own film's example. As I recalled this, I realized this anecdote is 100% true because Shah Rukh is very particular about his character's body language. The following day, when Raj walks in with his puffed chest into the dance class, his demeanor changes when he witnesses girls tying Rakhi to their dance partners, including Tiny and Dolly. The song, Bhaiya Mere Rakhi ke Bandhan ko Nibhana, from the movie Choti Behan, plays in the background. Raj calls up Bobby as he hides in the restroom. There's Bipasha Basu's and Rani Mukherjee's picture stuck on the restroom walls. Tani knocks at restroom door to check if Raj is inside. She suggests they go and shop for costumes instead, as this Rakhi thing is very irritating. Upon hearing that Tani finds this Rakhi thing irritating, Raj is more than happy to go shopping with her. Raj slips into his macho mode as he steps out of the restroom. At the shopping store, Tani reveals she feels Rakhi has become a joke in the country. That is because people misunderstand any equation between a girl and a guy. Can't a girl and a guy be friends or professional partners? Raj agrees but says the most ridiculous thing after. According to Raj, girls are responsible for this confusion. No guy would ever want girls tying Rakhi to them. Tani picks up clothes for Raj and herself. Raj walks with his puffed chest and narrates how Dolly tied a Rakhi to Tiny. Tani pushes Raj out of the way. Raj describes Tiny's reaction. Uji ro raha tha, he was crying boohoo. I have a feeling that Shah Rukh improvised the phrase boohoo in the dialogue here. If he did, I love you. I can't emphasize how genius and funny the use of this phrase is here. If the writer-director wrote the phrase while scripting or came up with it during the shoot, Sir aapke charan kahan hai? And I mean that in the most respectable way possible. You can't see, but I'm bowing down with folded hands. Back to the scene. Raj complains that the girls don't tell the guys what they want and that's why the guys don't know what to do. Honey, sweetie, baby, firstly, listen carefully and secondly, apply your brain. Tani debunks Raj's myth, revealing no girl wants a macho guy for a boyfriend. Raj reacts confused. Inside the changing room, Raj says, Oh, Tani partner, thoda jiya confusion chal raha hai. Tani thinks the size of the clothes are an issue. Raj replies, Oh, naini ji, kapdon mein nahi. Thoda sa mind mein te heart mein confusion ho raha hai. Raj points to his heart when he says mind and points to his mind when he says heart. This is like literal confusion. Raj wants to know what does a girl really want. It's a difficult question with a very simple answer. Only a girl can understand and answer this question. Raj reacts and mutters, Lo ji, ab ladki banna padega. No, darling. All she wants is someone to love her like no one has ever loved anyone else before. Like it's impossible for anyone to love me as much as I love Shah Rukh. It's even impossible for me to love anyone as much as I love Shah Rukh. I've been in love with him since the dawn of my time. Tani exits the changing room. Raj says Suri loves her more than she can ever imagine, but it's her who can't sense his love. Raj promises to show Suri's love for Tani. When Raj drops Tani home, he reveals tomorrow is his birthday and he wants her to spend the whole day with him as he was the Golgappa winner. Tani is hesitant at first but then agrees. The song Tujh mein rab dikhta hai begins. My only concern is if anyone sings to you, Tujh mein rab dikhta hai yara main kya karun? Of course that person is in love with you. How do you not notice that? After the song, Suri makes the lights of Amritsar spell out, I love you. That's the biggest hint that only Suri can pull this off. After all, he works for Punjab Power, lighting up your life. Tani reacts stunned. She asks Raj, what's all this? I think it's pretty evident that he's in love with you. Raj professes it's love. He swears it's true love. Raj asks her if she didn't like it. Tani replies, of course she likes it, but she also feels terrible about leading him on. Darling, it's not your fault. Stop blaming yourself. You didn't lead him on. Women need to stop blaming themselves for other people's actions. When Tani reveals she's a married woman, Raj reveals he's aware of her husband Surinder Sahni. Raj also reveals that he knows their address, P52 Husseinpura. But darling, you always dropped her near her home. Obviously, you know her address. And also, darling, you're secretly her husband, so you obviously know yours and hers home address. But the issue is the address written on the post box outside the house is Surinder Sahani 325 by 16 Sharifpura Gol Masjid Amritsar 143001. So I googled both Husseinpura and Sharifpura and it turns out it's 8-minute walking distance between them. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. Sorry Adi sir, I had to. Gol Masjid was also the address of Raju Motors. Raj has no expectations from Tani. He doesn't want her to reciprocate his love. All he wanted to convey was that she's extremely special for him. According to Raj, nothing has changed. They were friends before and they'll continue to remain friends. Raj, buddy, everything has changed. You can't go back to just being friends. It'll never be the same again. Tani requests Raj to leave her alone for some time because she wants to be by herself. The reflection shot of I love you from the Amritsar lights should have been flipped in Tani's eyes. At Bobby's salon, Suri is setting his hair. Suri's wig never looked more perfect than it did in this scene. Bobby suggests it's time for Suri to put an end to the double role charade and tell Tani the truth. Suri feels now is not the time because he wants to know whether Tani loves Raj or Suri. According to Bobby, since Raj and Suri are the same person, eventually Tani will be in love with Suri only. Suri reminds Bobby that Tani is not aware that Raj and Suri are the same person. Suri feels as per Tani there's a stark difference between the two of them. Suri is Tani's husband and Raj is nothing but a nobody. Bobby feels there's one more stark difference between the two of them. Raj openly and freely expresses his love with all his heart, while Suri's love is boxed up inside his tiffin casserole. People are no gods, we're all humans and everyone's looking for love. People tend to get swayed in the direction of the ones who love them. Suri is being unfair to Tani. Suri needs to express his love for Tani and that's the only way it'll seal the deal for her. Suri disagrees to change his entire personality to win over Tani's love. You don't have to change your personality, darling, but you do have to make an effort to show her that you love her. You could have easily made the lights of Amritsar spell out I love you as Suri and not as Raj. Great idea, great execution, wrong character choice by Suri. प्यार तो उसे इसी सूरी आई वर्क फॉर पंजाब पावर से करना होगा और सूरी का प्यार भी उसे हौले हौले ही समझना होगा नहीं तो यार हमेरा ही प्यार के चलते चलते I disagree with Suri here on a very fundamental level. She is not a mind reader, buddy. You need to express and show her that you love her. No one is asking you to completely change your personality. Every individual has the potential to become better versions of themselves. Bobby is upset with Robji because they are trying to put spice in Suri's sugary sweet love story. At the dinner table, Suri inquires about Tani's dance practice and her dancing partner Raj. He further asks whether Raj is married. I know what Suri is trying to do here. He wants Tani to confess the big gesture Raj did for her. That'll help Suri determine whether Tani loves Raj or him. Suri checks with Tani whether she would want to accompany him to the trade fair on Sunday. Tani agrees. Tani and Suri enter the Japan section of the trade fair. The MC says Salam Namaste, which is one of Yash Raj's films. The MC reveals the rules of the fight with the sumo wrestler. Anyone who can last 10 minutes in the ring with the sumo wrestler will win 2 return tickets to Japan. Shahrukh picks up 2 masquerading masks from the kiosk because he has a dual role in the film. Tani imagines the Amritsar lights spelling out I love you on a Japanese fan and later on a poster. Because it's barely been a couple of days, her brain is triggered seeing all of this. Time for Suri's big gesture. Tani notices Suri has gone to fight with the sumo wrestler. The sumo wrestler has a Harley Quinn tattoo on the right arm and something that resembles a deck of cards on the left arm. I think the deck of cards is to signify the Joker. After repeatedly getting beaten up by the sumo wrestler, Suri manages to defeat him. That's not even the most implausible thing. During the entire fight, the mustache never comes off. It hurts like hell to see Shah Rukh get beaten up in a scene. Yeah, I'm very sensitive that way. I am not made of vibranium. Suri's big gesture doesn't work on Tani. She's far from impressed. But I'm impressed beyond measure. It must be such a delight to work with Shah Rukh. It must be every filmmaker's dream to direct him. It sure is mine. I too want to direct Shah Rukh. Even I want to romance and dance with Shah Rukh 5, 6, 7, 8 on the big screen. I know ambitious much. I don't know when I would get to direct Shah Rukh, let alone romance and dance with him on the big screen. What an actor he is. What caliber. What a powerhouse of a performer. Back at home, Tani tends to Suri's wounds. She reprimands him for being careless and unnecessarily putting his life at risk. Her words hurt like a stake through the heart. When she questions Suri why he did what he did, his answer is to make her happy. Tani doesn't want him to do that. She already feels like a burden on him and she won't be able to repay his favors. Suri expresses he was just doing it out of his love for her, and love is not a favor to be repaid. The following day, Suri leaves for office but forgets his lunch casserole. Though he's left a note outside Tani's room that reads, "Sorry, Tani ji." At Punjab Power's office, it seems like Suri's head hurts. To me, it appears like he's either pensive or angry. Tani pays Suri a visit at the office and gives him the lunch casserole and a note. The note reads, "I am sorry." I think both the sorries are written by the same person in the crew. The handwriting in both the notes is exactly the same. Suri checks with Tani whether she would like to go for a movie in the evening. Tani agrees. Suri completely misses the point of the note and gets thrilled as if she's confessed her love for him. Suri, buddy, she just said sorry. Back at home, Tani goes on a cleaning spree. She cleans the house, her clothes, and the kitchen utensils. When you can't clean up the mess in your life, you tend to clean up things around you, and I'm saying that from personal experience. It starts to rain, and it reminds Tani of every single thing that Raj has ever told her. Like when he told her, "Tani partner, मैंने कहा था ना आपसे, आप मुझे बहुत मिस करेंगी. लगता है राज का जादू चल गया आप पे." लव है जी तानी पार्टनर. रब दी सॉन्ग. सच्चा लव है. तानी पार्टनर, अपनी आंखें बंद कर लो और इस बारिश की हर बूंद को अपने दिल तक पहुंचने दो. Tani gets drenched in the rain as she reminisces about Raj and what he said. At the Rialto Theatre, Suri is enjoying the film while Tani is lost in her thoughts and Suri has no clue. Rialto is an actual theatre in Amritsar, but the makers have shot it in Chandan Theatre in Mumbai. When Suri turns toward Tani, she is not in her seat or even around in the theatre. She is not in the lobby or in the restroom. Suri steps out of the theatre to the parking space and it's still raining. He receives a call from Raju mechanic informing him that Tani is at Raju Motors looking for Raj. Suri feels heartbroken, yet he changes his attire to Raj to meet Tani. At Raju Motors, Raj offers Tani tea and jokes about the incident where he professed his love for her. Tani is surprised to see Raj so happy. My thoughts exactly. Dude, you are in pain. How are you hiding it so well? I would have cried a river by now. Tani questions, how can you love me without expecting the same love from me? Do you not feel pain in love? Raj responds, ओए, दर्द जी? ओ प्यार तो रब दी मेहरबानी है जी. तो प्यार में कैसा दर्द? और रही बात प्यार चाहने की, तो प्यार सिर्फ प्यार के बदले थोड़ी ना किया जाता है. Well, some people have the ability to love and lucky are the ones who value that and reciprocate it. Raj continues. अब देखो, मुझे आप में रब दिखा, तो मुझे आपसे प्यार हो गया. आपको किसी और में रब दिखा, आपको उससे प्यार हो गया. It's very simple जी. और आप जैसी लेडीज को ये सब नहीं सोचना चाहिए. आप तो पियो जी, गर्मा गर्म चाय. लो जी. Tani replies, मेरी लाइफ इतनी सिंपल नहीं है राज. मुझे किसी में रब नहीं दिखता. Raj reacts, नहीं दिखता मुझे किसी में रब. Raj can't believe his ears. I don't believe in God. मुझे भी नहीं दिखता किसी में रब. Tani further reveals she had shut all the doors to her heart. Then Raj entered her life trying to always make her smile and laugh. He sang and danced his way into her heart. It was rather easy for him to profess his love. Tani learned the meaning of true love from him, the kind of true love that doesn't hurt. Raj sparked that feeling of love in her again, despite having buried it in a grave deep down. Tani wants answers to her questions. Why did you step into my life, Raj? What am I supposed to do now? I am married. What should I do? Raj suggests she should elope with him. If she is not happy with her husband, if she doesn't love him, she should come along with Raj. Raj says, God doesn't grant the same kind of happiness to everyone. Sometimes you gotta snatch away your share of happiness. You do the same. Elope with me. Raj puts his hand on Tani's shoulder and makes her turn toward him. He makes her chin up and wipes off her tears. Tani hugs him. Please give me also a hug, Shahrukh. I could really use one now. Tani tells Raj to take her away. She's been really unhappy and can't bear the pain anymore. She wants to be happy. She wants to live, laugh and love. Raj promises her that the night of the dance competition will be their last night in Amritsar. A tear rolls down Raj's face. I love the way Shahrukh puts his left hand over the back of the head of his leading ladies as he hugs them. Please do that for me as well. It gives a sense of protection. He foreshadowed this during the pre-interval scene with the mannequin. At the house terrace, Suri confesses to Bobby that he lost. Bobby doesn't understand why Suri isn't telling Tani the truth now. Suri's argument is that a woman like Tani must really be unhappy in her marriage to take a drastic step like this and elope with a guy like Raj. Tani doesn't love Suri. She is not happy with him. So Suri feels it's his duty to let her go and find a Raj for herself. Bobby explains that any Raj won't have the heart of Suri to love Tani the way he does. Suri is being really adamant here. Suri has decided to leave town after the dance competition. He'll be leaving a letter for Tani. He has transferred the house in Tani's name. He has also requested for a transfer to the Delhi office. Bobby wants to spill the beans, but Suri reminds him that he made him a promise. Bobby stopped Suri once, saying that Rabji is writing his love story. Here again, the filmmaker reiterates that there will be a divine intervention in the story. The next morning, Suri brings Tani to the Golden Temple to seek blessings for the big day. Suri prays for Tani to be happy wherever she goes and whoever she chooses to be with. Tani now speaks to Rabji. वो कहता है कि मुझ में रब दिखता है, पर मुझ में तो आप जैसी कोई बात नहीं। ये किस भेस में आप इंसानों को दिखते हो? मुझे भी आपको देखना है। मुझे भी रब दिखा दीजिए। मुझे भी रब दिखा दीजिए। When Tani opens her eyes, things slowly come to focus and she sees Suri walking toward her. The music fades in and Shreya Ghoshal's version of Tujh Mein Rab Dikhta Hai plays. ना कुछ पूछा, ना कुछ मांगा, तूने दिल से दिया जो दिया, ना कुछ बोला, ना कुछ तोला, मुस्कुरा के दिया जो दिया, तू ही धूप, तू ही छाया, तू ही अपना पराया, और कुछ ना जानू, बस इतना ही जानू, तुझ में रब दिखता है यारा, मैं क्या करूं? तुझ में रब दिखता है यारा, मैं क्या करूं? सजदे सर झुकता है यारा, मैं क्या करूं? तुझ में रब दिखता है यारा, मैं क्या करूं? I get all teary-eyed. Shahrukh looks so ethereal. When the line Sajde Sar Jhukta Hai comes, Tani bows down to touch Suri's feet. I know I'm only supposed to focus on Shahrukh's face in the close-up shot, but the VFX in the background sticks out like a sore thumb. The dancing Jodi competition commences and heads towards its last leg. Tani meets Raj and reveals she cannot elope with him. She cannot leave her husband Suri because she sees Rub in him. Raj reacts listening to this. He cannot believe what he just heard. It may be possible for her to leave a human being, but it will be impossible for her to leave Rub. Because Rub is everywhere. Wherever there'll be Rub, so would be her husband Suri. Suri smiles with tears of joy in his eyes. Shreya Ghoshal's version of Tujh Mein Rab Dikhta Hai plays in the background. If my singing was terrible, I apologize. I sang a tempo lower than the original. Now comes the time for Jodi number 10, Tani and Raj to perform. Tani feels Raj won't come for the dance performance after being rejected. She requests the MC to disqualify them. Suri arrives in the wings. He walks up to Tani and begins to dance with her. It now dawns upon Tani that Suri was pretending to be Raj the whole time. She reminisces all the moments with Raj and Suri from throughout the film. She has finally managed to put all the puzzle pieces together. Shah Rukh is just perfect when he dances. If he claims he doesn't know how to dance on the beat, it's okay, neither do I. We'll dance off beat without 5, 6, 7, 8. The idea of dancing is to express, not impress, and I'm already mighty impressed with you. I would need to impress you though. Toward the end of the music medley, Suri and Tani strike a pose similar to Raj Kapoor and Nargis from the RK Films logo. Like I mentioned before, it's the filmmaker's tribute to Raj Kapoor. Finally, Tani realizes Suri has always showered his unconditional love upon her. Suri even professes that he loves Tani more than Rabji. Tani and Suri win the dancing Jodi competition. I love Shah Rukh so damn much. Alongside the end credits, we see pictures of Suri and Tani on their honeymoon in Japan. If you show Shah Rukh in the end credits, how am I supposed to focus on names in the credits? When I was watching this film in the theater recently, it felt like I was watching the film for the first time. Even 15 years later, it appears fresh. I don't believe in God, but when Shah Rukh portrays a romantic character, he's nothing less than the god of love. My king of romance, my hero, my knight in shining armor. I am not the damsel in distress kinds, but only he can save me. Shah Rukh's performance in this film makes you care about both Raj and Suri. The audience doesn't have to choose to love one over the other. You can love them both. This film is a testament to how great an actor Shah Rukh Khan is. How has he not received an award for this? This is truly one of his best performances. Why doesn't his performance in commercial films get its due credit? I would give him all my love and every acting award there is. You deserve the world. I love you, Shah Rukh. Thank you, Adi sir, for inspiring a generation of people with your films. If it weren't for you and a couple of other legendary filmmakers and writers, I wouldn't be here. So I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Just in case I don't get to say it in person in my lifetime. You can listen to the awesome pod mix and subscribe to it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and Good Pods. If you like what I'm doing, you can support me on Patreon at patreon.com/awesomepodmix. Thanks for listening.